And welcome back to Who Would Win, the week of Who Would Win. Today's Who Would Win comes to us from Perfect Cell, who asked the question, who would win in a fight, Hellboy or Alucard? Now, by the way, this is one of those scenarios where I'm sure someone's going to give me the what if as soon as I suggest it. But these guys would actually probably work together. Because the BPRD, or DP, Department Paranormal Investigation or Bureau. Yeah, it's like the Bureau. I can never remember exactly the organization's name, but yeah, that kind of is like Helsing a little bit, not to the same degree, but yeah, Alucard could easily be a agent of the same agency as Hellboy. So as soon as someone gives you that, it'll be in the what if book to just to not see the light of day until I just decide to do so. But these two are obviously very similar, supernatural entities who do fight on the right side of the coin to protect mankind, whether they really want to or not. I don't really care. Alucard, Hellboy doesn't. Hellboy kind of doesn't want. He just wants to do his own thing, but he's happy to do it. But at the same time, he kind of doesn't care. Alucard just doesn't care. He gets to fight monsters. That's all he cares about. So, with all that being said, these guys are also pretty similar in terms of what they bring to the table. Both are armed with firearms. He's got his castle and the jackal for Alucard. One is specifically designed to deal with regenerators like Anderson. The other was just fires holy bullets. Both actually do fire holy bullets. One fires a more impressive round to deal with regenerator types. That being said, Hellboy's not without his own weapons. Now, I cannot remember the life of me. It's a custom gun. That I do know. But, one second here. Hellboy's gun. Hellboy's gun. What is the model, allegedly? The Good Samaritan. I always forget the name of his gun, but the Good Samaritan. As I am now. And he also got me. I'm going to get me Big Baby. He's also got Big Baby. Samaritan is an oversized 22 millimeter 4-round revolver. It fires custom-made bolts with adequate power to easily penetrate virtually any material. The gun itself has unearthly resistance to almost all forms of attack, including grips carved from the fragments of the true cross. The metal of the gun is forged from a combination of Irish church bells, cold iron from crucifixes, blessed silver, and other mystic metals. The Samaritan only holds 4 rounds of oversized rounds. I mean, these things are huge, like that. They're like that thick around, like that. That goes beyond 50 cal at that point. Like, even though it says 22 millimeter, it's like it's not quite that. It is like a giant. It's a slug. That's what it's a deer slug. But that being said. It's difficult to load with the large fingers on the right of the right hand Doom. As a result, Hellboy usually tries to hold it with his left hand when possible. He is usually only able to fire the Samaritan with his left hand, again due to the size of his fingers on his right hand. However, in Hellboy 2, the Samaritan fired in Troll Market, he fired it with his right hand. That being said, the special rounds, the Whoppers, made of myself. Holy water, cloves, leaves, silver shavings, white oak, the works. These rounds, custom made by Hellboy himself, are tipped with explosive that contain white oak, holy water, garlic, silver shavings. These ingredients each bearing a folkloric power to impede evil and specific monsters, werewolves, vampires, witches, etc. They also have the potential to injure many foes that Hellboy may face, as well as, probably just killing a person if it shot him in the head. He's also just got tracking runs as well. And let's also not forget, again, Big Baby, which was powerful enough, to, at least in the movie, to shoot down an elemental by shooting it in the head. That's quite powerful indeed. Hellboy himself is also just extremely durable, can take a lot of damage. But even when he is hit, he does have a regenerative healing factor. It's not Wolverine level or anything, but he will more or less recover from most severe wounds. Granted, he can keep going even when he gets cut, injured, maimed, all that. The right-handed Doom itself is, by all accounts, indestructible. It can be removed from Hellboy, though. Right where you see it on there, right there by his shoulder. Oh, where is that? Not his shoulder, his elbow. Your anatomy right. You could cut it off right there, and he's kind of out of luck there. He's a pretty good brawler. He's also very intelligent, despite his not oafish. Oafish isn't a bad way to put it. He's a little oafish, a little brutish, but he's actually very highly intelligent. He has vast knowledge of the occult, including the way to bring back the dead, exorcism, the works. So yeah, and his tail can be used as kind of a makeshift weapon as well. Alucard, we know, is in fact Dracula, Vlad Tepes, where it was defeated by Van Helsing ages ago, was awoken and kept in Helsing estate in case he was ever needed. He became the loyal servant of Integra after sipping some of her blood. And as such, he is the king of vampires, which means he's not beholden to the weaknesses that modern day vampires are beholden to. He is not affected by crosses, as far as we know. He can go in things like churches, things along those lines. Silver doesn't really seem to hurt him all that much. I mean, don't get me wrong, let me rephrase this. We've never seen Silver hurt him more than how he gets injured in general. Like, he can still be shot. Like, a bullet will still pierce him, and he'll still bleed. He just doesn't put him down. So we have no idea if Silver actually could do anything to him. We know sunlight doesn't affect him, although it does tire him out to awaken during the day. So we do know that fact about him. As we said, he has the castle and the jackal, both heavy-duty weapons designed to take out things like the undead, other vampires, and the jackal's designed for regenerators. He's stronger than he looks, though he's not like super strength. He couldn't lift like as far as I can tell, no, he can't lift like a truck or something. Whereas Hellboy actually could lift like a pickup truck. He can't do that. Like, he is super strong beyond that of just like normal human standard super strong. No, he is super strong. Though it's on the lower side of like super strength. Alucard isn't like, he's well above human strength, but he's just not like he's not Superman or anything like that. But no, his real aces in the hole come in the form of his ability to just take damage. He can regenerate from basically nothing because he's eaten over like 200 souls. And those souls ultimately are what give him his ability to just continue to survive throughout the ages. Whenever he takes a shot that would be lethal, the soul takes the brunt of the damage. And he can just replace it anytime he feeds. He can be cut down, he can be shot, he can be blown up, he can be burned. It doesn't really matter so long as he's got souls in the tank. He also has his Hound of the Baskerville, a hellhound that is at his command and can consume others as well and add them into his collective, if you will. And then obviously he has his release states. His release level 3, 1, 2, and 3. Or no, it's like 3, 2, and 1. I can't remember if he does it in reverse. Gives him like the get the gimp. It gives him the leather jacket for him, which does increase his already impressive power. And again, summons out the Hound. His release restraint level 0, as we know, when hope is gone, undo this lock and send me forth on a moonlit walk. Release restraint level 0. Or, if you want to go with the actual version, I am the bird of Hermes. Here is the bird of Hermes, eating my wings, so I may be tame. Either way you want to go about it, where he releases his true form, which is actually Vlad Tepes, Dracula, releases all the souls that he has had kept inside of him for all this time, and he can still use them, manipulate them. They can still take hits for him, sacrifice their lives for him, and it's business as usual for him, really. Now, there is a trade-off, though, and he's still immensely powerful with his broadsword. It's still immensely dangerous, but there's a trade-off. His soul is now exposed because of that, so he can be more susceptible to harm that way. So with all that being said, if these two were to meet in a fight, how would this play out? Well, Alucard would probably mock Hellboy to start with. Hellboy would be just like, yeah, whatever, shoot Alucard maybe straight in the head, straight in the body, whatever, and down you go. That's all she wrote. Now, I forgot to mention he can meld with shadows too. Now, that being, because his body isn't really flesh, it's like this weird ethereal red darkness material. Now, with that being said, I'm not going to go so far as I would definitely not say the bullets would kill Alucard. He survived far worse. But given how much Hellboy actually puts into those bullets, I would say they probably do hurt more than a regular bullet. It's similar, I think, when I had him fight, what was it? When I had him fight Ghost Rider. I didn't think he could actually kill Ghost Rider personally, though I think he could, in theory, exorcise the demon, the spirit. But because they are holy, they should be able to hurt the Ghost Rider. I think because of just how much holy shit goes into those bullets, even for someone like Alucard, who's not susceptible to the standard weaknesses of vampires, might still be hurt more than usual from it. And even it's, those bullets, quite special they are. Man, let's see. It's like silver shavings, white clover, the works. Yeah, okay. And Hellboy would just be like, okay, my turn. And he just starts firing. Hellboy's just blocking the shots, but anytime one of them does hit him, it does hurt. And even like something like a Jackal would probably take a chunk out of him. Not a huge chunk, mind you. Like it's scraping the sides, like it's just shaves a piece off. But it's not like going right through him if it hits him in the chest, although it would still embed a bullet in him. So, Hellboy comes in. They start duking it out for a while. Hellboy's got the physical edge. Alucard ultimately goes into release restraint level 1, 2, 3. The basketball hound comes up. Hellboy's fought monsters before, so just Ice is like, down, boy! Poof! And just smashes the dog. Poof, 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 pops Alucard a couple more times. Now, at this point in the fight, Hellboy's, I think, realizing I can't put this guy won't go down. What is it about? He's a vampire, but he's something different. I wonder, maybe he's a demon. Maybe I can exorcise him or something like that. And he starts like chanting on Amaran. I was like, what? You think I'm a demon or something? You really think that's going to do any? And this is the thing. Spoilers. We're skipping to the end before I get to this is the thing. Alucard, I do think, wins the fight. Because in this case, it's really just a battle of attrition, and Alucard can do that in spades. Hellboy's got great stamina. He can go for a good long while in a fight, but in a fight like this is a battle of attrition that Hellboy just cannot win. This is not a fight he is really cut out to win. But I say all that to note that I feel because we never see it, we don't know if it would work on Alucard. But the fact that he can raise the dead, do exorcisms, possessions, send people back to hell if he needs to, the fact that he can do all of that if he has the time to kind of prep or at least chant or whatever, means that he might be able to, I don't think exercise is the right word, bind Alucard in some way, like a supernatural style or Constantine style. Constantine Hellboy, I don't think I've ever done that matchup. That's a good matchup, those two. Because honestly, talk about another two characters that would really just frankly work together. Constantine and Hellboy, those two would just freaking work together. Like there is no question about that whatsoever. But yeah, Hellboy would, I think, have the actually edge in the early stage of the fight. He's honestly more durable than There's a difference between durability and endurance. I just want to be clear about that. Alucard actually doesn't have the best durability, at least in terms of when it comes to taking damage. What he does have is endurance and regeneration that basically mimics the concept of durability, but is not actually durability. Because durability is the amount of damage you can actually take or not take. And Hellboy, I think, actually has that over Alucard. But Alucard makes up for with insane regenerative capabilities and a body that's not really flesh. So in the early fight, Alucard would actually be on the losing side of the fight. Hellboy would actually, I think, have the edge. It's just the fight gets drawn out long enough. Alucard eventually will just get fed up with it, releases restraint level 0, and just murk him. Just murk Hellboy. I'm not saying would Hellboy ultimately die, I guess is the question. It's a good question. There's a good chance he could. Alucard maybe comes in, tries to put one in the head, doesn't realize he hits the horns, just walks away, maybe knocks Hellboy out. Sword, honestly, Hellboy could fight him off sword. It would really just be the sheer number of souls that Hellboy would have to deal with, and that's just more than he can really handle, I think. Now, again, I don't know if they would actually kill him, or if they're even capable of killing him, but I think that's enough to subdue him, and then maybe either have him knocked out by Alucard, or Alucard get a lucky hit, let's say, with the sword, and like shove it through his neck or something. I don't know. Hellboy survived quite an insane amount. Either way, though, I would go Alucard in this fight. It'd be a fun fight to watch, though. I'd be down on Death Battle wanting to do it. I would probably put my money on my bet on Alucard in that scenario, but I had Alucard against Dio, and look how wrong I was at that. So maybe I'm not the best judge of character, folks. Maybe I'm just the man trying to do the best he can on a YouTube channel. Maybe that's what I am. I don't know. But what I do know is, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. I have Alucard. Who do you have and why? Like, comment, share, subscribe. I'll see you for the next ones tomorrow. Lantern Corps and who next who would win. Thanks for watching. See you later.